counting my blessings. Playing the field, but there's so many catches. Trying to keep up and I'm facing the benches. Level me up and I cut down my friends list. Realize I was worth way more than shit. Due time, matter of fact, man, Polar Fifth. Take a sip. Look, the name is JusB and this is my message.
And welcome back to the JusB Show. Man, every time I have an episode, I tell y'all something new that has happened. It's 2025, 2020 thrive, just like I've been telling you. Now I've been reeled in to be the production manager of a festival, May 10th, 2025, y'all. May 10th, that's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., Your Perfect Footwear Foundation, presented by the Commissioner Office, Justin Jones, that's District F, and your boy, the JusB Show. And we've come together to do this amazing festival, and I'm so excited about it. That's why I just love this year, because so many amazing things keep happening. Not only do amazing things keep happening, I get to talk to more and more amazing people, right? This gentleman reached out. I didn't know how dope he was yet. I already seen he was in Thailand a lot. I was like, damn, that's a lot of videos you in Thailand. It might be one trip or it might not be, but the point is you're in Thailand, like next to big ass elephants and all of these cool things. I love it. My guy has been doing boat rides. That's them boat rides where if it's night, you shouldn't go down that way. You know what I'm saying? But during the day, it's a beautiful experience. I want you guys to give a big round of applause and much love. This is the part when you share, like, comment, save to my guy, Andre Serraile. Welcome to the JusB Show, King. Give me some over there.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man,
it's a pleasure.
Definitely. Wow. I think that when you step out, that's when things happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to talk about, making things happen. Matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to just promote one thing.
Yeah, man, do your thing.
It's my book. It's called Beyond Success with Andre Serraile. And you can actually find it on my media website where you can find all the things you want to know about me.
There it is.
Just type in Andre360.com. So that's 360 days a year or 365 days, whatever you want. If you want to see what's going on with me, what's happening, go to that. But if you go to Andre360.com, just take out your phone. If you're watching now, take out your phone. Okay? Got your phone? All right. Open up a browser. Type in Andre360.com and my book will pop up. Now, furthermore, if you click on, just cancel it out, click the X at the top. It's called Contact. Click Contact, and then you contact me through email or text, and just text me. Click text, put your name and your best email, go right to my phone, and just tell me what's on your mind.
I love it, man. Let me see that book. It looks like it's well put together, man. And it is. And it is, man. I love this, brother. Beyond Success with Andre Serraile. I really like this.
Yeah, it's your book too.
Oh, this me?
Yes, it's your book.
Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. Because I was so over here on my way to the studio today. I said, damn, I probably should have went and purchased this book and brought it on the show. Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. This is dope, and I'm going to read it because I'm on a mission. It's something you said when your website is Andre Serraile 360?
Andre, just my first name.
Just Andre 360.
360.com.
A lot of professionals that I've been running into, I've been in rooms that I'm normally not in, right? And that they always put that 360 at the end for their website. So I met a fella named Bill Walsh, and his website is Bill Walsh 360. I said, okay, I'm catching on. That's like a thing.
I actually met Bill Walsh.
Oh, you met Bill? Ah, that's a pleasure. He invited us out. Well, his I don't want to say his protege, his host for the Mansion Party, the podcast Mansion Party, Jackson Wright. He invited us over, and I was able to sit down and interview with Bill. Man, it was an honor, bro. I felt like a superstar.
I tell you, he's the journey that I've been on. You know, that started out with meeting him.
Oh, wow. See, I'm on the right track, y'all.
Yeah.
I've been getting them text messages he be sending out. Join the mentorship program. I'm on it. If you haven't tapped into Andre or Bill, make sure that you do so. Both of them are amazing. Now, we're super lucky because we're about to find out how amazing Andre is. Man, let's talk about this book, man. So for other people that's out there that's looking to become an author, I'm guilty, right? I have a book. It's already written. It's called Reflections, but I haven't published it yet. I'm afraid to, man. I'm not really afraid. I'm just a little on edge about it, man. I'm a little nervous because it's a reflection of my real life, you know? So what is something like a piece of advice you can give to the people that's at that moment where they're stuck? They're like, damn, I want to put it out, but I don't think I should. Or how did you get past that?
Well, the thing is we all have a journey that we're going on, and the only way that you can actually affect anybody or impact anybody, it's going to have to be with something profound. And being an author is very profound. And of course, you put yourself out there, and I think that's what it is. People say, well, maybe people won't really, connect with what I'm saying.
Right.
There's always going to be somebody going to connect some way, shape, or form, or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you study successful people, their autobiographies out there, or their biographies out there.
Mm-hmm.
You check their biography. Now, why would they do that? Because when they're long and gone, it's a roadmap. So what you're doing is you're leaving a roadmap for others.
Right.
And what they do is inspire people.
Yeah.
And when you, of course, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to put my business out there on
right.
blast.
Right.
But there's famous stories of people that encounter, and that's what this book is about. It encounters, it's a compilation of stories of people that encountered let's say, some challenges,
mm-hmm.
and they had to reinvent themselves. In my case, I am in a testimony. I am a result.
Talk to him, Dre. Talk to him.
People that they met, and they just decided, you know what? We're not going to do just like everybody else.
Right.
And talking about my parents, especially my father, my dad. You're not really born a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Events make you a leader, or they make you, just a regular person. And that's the difference between a person that's a leader and just a person that's regular, just going along with the status quo, is the events.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, recognizing that if you are not where you want to be, and that's the thing, a lot of people just go on day to day, and
right.
It's not bothering them,
mm-hmm.
and they don't realize it's a road that they're traveling that most people travel.
Yeah.
And what happens is somebody come in an event, either it'll shake you, or you'll just go back to sleep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are asleep, and that's what I'm here to talk about. And so I say, being an author, matter of fact, that's one part of my, how can I say, one of my lessons
mm-hmm.
of faith,
right.
of taking action. So there's two things. You got a lot of, like they say, failure is paid with a lot of good intentions.
Right.
I would say just quitting, because failing, when you fail, and you assess why you failed, you start over again.
Right.
And that's what it is. But the thing is when one day I wrote down, I'm gonna write a book. So I wrote down, I'm going to write a book, and I put a date on it. I don't know where I have it at, but I just wrote down the book. I said, I'm gonna write a book. And I was going through some work with somebody online, and
right.
then he said, hey, I have a publishing company, and I'm just looking for people that are brave enough that want to be an author.
Mm.
I have a different type of plan as far as my publishing.
Right.
And just fill out this application, and if we like your story, we'll get back with you.
Right.
So I just filled it out, and it's like, but you know what?
And it worked.
It worked. It worked. So that's one of my perfect lessons, my example. When you take action, and the main thing is when you write down a goal, write down a goal. And a lot of people say it's kind of like a lot of hocus pocus, but what happens is when you write down that goal, that mind will, some people talk about attraction, law of attraction, this and that.
Yeah.
That's only part of it. When you write down a goal, you program your mind to recognize the resources you need.
Yeah. Now, listen, I can agree to that for sure. Now, I have a pretty big team that I deal with, right? And they know if they can convince me, I have a whiteboard in all of my offices, right? They know if they can convince me to write down their idea on that whiteboard, it's getting done. Subconsciously, once I write it on that board, I have to get it done. If I put a note in my phone, I have to get it done. I don't know what it is. It's just like stuck. And I feel crazy. I almost feel incomplete if I don't get it done. So I can attest to that, man.
Yeah,
That's wild.
The mind will see. The mind doesn't know the difference.
Right.
What you put on, what you focus on. And it's a key thing. A lot of people don't realize that after my studies of psychology, my background is, yes, I have 2 degrees. One in business management, and the other one was in IT.
Okay.
But where my major goal was that I actually wanted to go into business for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did was kind of segue. I actually have about 30 years of experience or more in the gaming industry.
Okay.
And that really turned out to be a plus for me because I met so many people from so many backgrounds, so many parts of the world, VIPs,
yeah,
athletes.
VIP is always fun.
You know, and I know you've met some too, and I've learned a lot from that. I've gleaned a lot of just watching those type of people.
Right.
And like I said, when you focus on what you write stuff down, when you focus on it, you can actually make it happen.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if my parents did that per se, but start at the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, because I was about to ask, like, okay, so where did all this strength come from?
1930. A baby boy was born. That was my father. And my mom was born in it was 1935.
Okay.
And it's 2 different scenarios. My father was basically being raised by a single mother. My grandparents, my father's parents split up, and he was about 5 years old. But he still had.
That's not the typical. That's typical nowadays.
Yeah,
that ain't typical back then, though.
It was not typical.
So I can imagine that was mind blowing.
It was mind blowing to my grandmother. But like they say, see, my parents are from Louisiana, so they're both born in Louisiana. So my like I said, my father's parents split up. So my grandmother, his mother was working as a maid, about $10 a week. And on the flip side, my mom was born to a very large family. And it's in my book. I'm gonna give all the details. But
y'all gotta go read it.
Gotta go read it. But I want to see how many kids. But my mom was part of a large family. She was the oldest out of all of them. And so my dad, he quit school because he got tired of seeing my grandmother making $10 an hour as a maid. So, and let me backtrack. He was always kind of like an entrepreneur because he was influenced. So he was being raised by my great uncle.
Okay.
His uncle.
Got you.
My grandmother's brother.
Right.
And
Right.
He owned a small insurance company.
Oh, so yeah, it started early for you. Yeah.
So he just said, well, I'm going to just do things. I'm going to try to be enterprise. He started as a paper boy around 10. He used to tell me a story how back in the 30s, 40s, you have to be tough. You have to be tough. And my dad was only 5'8", but he was
a bad man,
You have to be bad. You have to. back then, either you're gonna be weak or you're gonna be strong.
Yeah.
So my dad was pretty strong. He just learned how to, to not necessarily fight back, but just defend himself and courage. And he told me a story that bullies would come after him for his paper, for his money,
right,
raising paper, and he said he would hide sticks and stones and stuff like that along his route.
He's setting up booby traps, y'all.
Exactly.
He got war zones ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
It's crazy.
I love it.
This story. So when they came after him, he'd get on his bike, right? Ride his bike real fast. He'll stop at one designation spot where he had his weapons of choice at. He started lobbing.
I love it.
Alley apples. Stick. And he said he would keep doing that till they left him alone.
Right. I know that's right.
And then on top of that, he was pretty much good with his hands too.
Yeah.
So, long story short, so that's it. Quit high school. He was like a freshman year, 15, 16, and he went into the Navy. And he experienced the Korean War.
Okay.
And at the time, he was pretty good with his hands. He worked in the boiler room.
Oh yeah, he was strong. He worked in the boiler room and shit.
Boiler room, shoving the coal, stuff like that. And so he was mechanically inclined. And so he came back. He sent money home to my grandmother, paid her house off, and he came back pretty much, how can I say it, in tune with the world. He's seen some things.
Hell yeah.
And see, the thing is, he decided, this is the point I'm coming back to let you know, when you make a decision, you take action.
Yeah.
Don't think about, well, what if I fail?
Yeah.
What people think about me? Would they laugh at me or whatever?
Yeah.
He just said, hey, I'm tired. And his goal was,
just execute it.
He just wanted to take care of his mom.
Yeah.
And so he paid off, from what I know, he told me he paid off her house, sending money back. Came back to Louisiana, met my mom. And long story short, they got married. They went through some other stuff. And even though my father actually went to school to become a barber, and long story short, that didn't happen.
Right.
And for certain reasons. And so they moved to Texas, and my mom wanted to be a nurse, so she was going to go to nursing school, but somehow that didn't work out. My mom had, at the time, I think 3 pregnancies. They didn't really come out as well. So,
yeah, that take a toll on women too.
Yeah. But, she was determined to still have children.
Thank God she did.
Yeah, thank God she did. See, it's three of me. I have an older brother, middle, younger sister. I'm the baby boy.
Got you.
In the middle. But if my mom wouldn't stop, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
So that's the other equation. See, my parents were like, we're gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
And so, long story short, my dad he joined the union and stuff. He didn't really think so. I think it was like a plumbers union. That didn't work out. So he went into the Navy, and they said, we're not taking anybody with any dependents. And he said, okay.
It was a lot of red tape back then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it was, but it was a lot of red tape. So he walked right out the naval office, the Navy recruiting office, and walked right into the Air Force office. And he said, oh, we'll take you. So he did like 2 weeks of training at Lackland Air Force Base, which is basically where the basic.
Yeah, man. If I would have went to the military, it would have been the Air Force, brother.
Yeah.
It used to be my dream to fly jets. It really was, man. And then I chose other things, but I'm here.
You're here, but you're here with a purpose, though.
Yes, sir.
That's the main thing. And so he went into the Air Force. He sent for my mom. That's where I was born. Let me retract that. My dad got stationed in Germany.
Okay.
Sent for my mom, and that's where my brother was born first, and I was born second.
Oh, so you a military baby?
Yes.
All the way.
All the way.
Man, how many years did he do?
He did altogether, he did 5-6 years in the Navy, 18 years in the Air Force, about 22 years, 23 years.
Oh, so you was military brat
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what made you make the decision to then you go to the military?
You know, it's like your influences.
Yeah.
Your influences. My dad was in, like I said, in the Air Force. I had 3 or 4 uncles that was in the Air Force. I had one uncle that was in the Marine Recon. He went to Vietnam, came back. I had another uncle. He was an infantryman in the Army. He went to Vietnam. He came back.
He said, my whole family, all the men.
even like I said, here's an analogy. What I'm saying is, kids don't know.
Yeah. Right.
You see, at the time when I was born, I think my grandmother passed away. My grandfather, my father's parents passed away. My grandmother, my mom's mother, was alive, but my grandfather, my mom's father, passed away. So all I knew was my grandmother and a gentleman that married my grandmother. And it was just, that was my grandfather.
Yeah.
And
That's,
you know.
it be like that.
Yeah. So when you're young, you know, and so that's he wasn't my blood, but
It wouldn't have changed nothing.
it would change nothing because he had actually fathered some more children with my grandmother. So that's how, when you read the book, that's how it was a large family.
Right.
Because my grandfather married my grandmother, she already had 6 kids.
Oh, they was the Brady Bunch like 2 times in a row.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah. And so every summer I would come home, and so those influences were around me.
Yeah.
You know, even the gentleman married my grandmother. He went to World War II. I seen a picture of him with the, rifle and stuff.
Right.
He was a carpenter.
Okay.
And this is all in Louisiana. So that's why I actually ended up going into, because you just want to follow what your dad does,
Yeah.
what your parents do. And so not only I was in the Army, I was an officer in the Army, Fort Knox, Kentucky. My brother was in the Army, and he was a combat engineer officer.
Y'all some bad mamma jammers, man. Y'all some bad. Shut your mouth.
And then my sister went into the Air Force, and she was in, we all did our little thing.
All 3 of y'all.
All 3 of us.
All of y'all.
All 3 of us.
I love it.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. My parents basically started out with nothing,
Right.
but they made a decision that we're not just going to stay where we're at, where everybody else is, in a small town.
Yeah.
Where at the time, I think most people, that's all they do is just train.
Mm.
At least.
Yeah.
And then now, same town.
Yeah.
All the other little stuff things are
Mhm.
happening. So some people, so my parents didn't see themselves moving back
Right.
because it would be the same situation for them. So all of this is, like I said, you make the decision, and that's the key thing. There are so many people that have achieved success, beyond success. Actually, when I'm talking about beyond success, I'm talking about the relationships and the experiences you have. Minus if you want to buy a Lambo, Ferrari, whatever.
Right.
There's a lot of people doing that, but you know what?
I used to want to do that so bad.
Yeah.
Now it's like I got some other things. Yeah. I feel like your perspective of success for self changes over time.
It does.
I used to definitely want. Yeah. I still want a big house, but
hey,
I want a big family.
Big family too, and there's nothing wrong. Whatever your goals are, and it doesn't matter. You do it for you. I mean, I was watching a video. The guy said, "Look, if you want to buy a Lambo, just buy that Lambo, but you're gonna have to cut back on buying all the expensive clothes."
Right.
Some people, they don't want to buy a Lambo. They want to have this $250,000 watch.
Mm-hmm.
Then they still don't buy their fancy car, or they live modestly in a small home.
Right.
So anyway, like I said, my parents started out with nothing. So that's my message to you. Wherever you at, I don't care. If you were in, like I heard some people always use this phrase, if you was in the state pen or if you went to Penn State.
All the time.
You can make it. And you just look up one gentleman named is Famous Amos. That's a story. He was in jail, in penitentiary, and he actually liked to cook. And that's how he started the Famous Amos Cookies. He was cooking.
That's dope.
And that's a true story.
Hell yeah.
So when there's other people that actually went through situations. And I met a gentleman too, went through a situation, and he turned it around.
Right.
And gone on doing. He was a musician, piano player. Anyway.
And, you know, I've met so many people on this right here, this podcasting, bro. It has allowed me to meet thousands of different people, right? And there are a lot of people who have very similar stories, but you always get to hear it from a new perspective, depending on who's telling the story, right? But there are people that have very unique stories, very difficult situations that they came out of. And then there's people that feel like they haven't came out of it. And I'm like, but you have. You're currently still coming out of it because you're still here. You're still with us. You're able to talk about it. And I feel like that's very important that you wanted to come on here and tell your story. Because a lot of people need to hear it, especially our youngsters, right? So, like, I mean, I ain't like youngster. I'm 40, though, you know? So I'm even always trying to say things to inspire, admire, motivate, just kind of help out the youth, man, because the world we in now, bro, it's rough. And we don't have that. That's that old military strength. That was that real strength. Being in a boiler room, sweating hard, and still doing it like it's nothing. Because you got to. It was like to fail wasn't that much of an option back then. It was a possibility, but it wasn't inbred. That was like not a thing, you know? You guys were taught strength. Stand on your own. What y'all say nowadays? Stand 10 toes down all the time. Nowadays, man, bro, the world is weak.
Yes.
They are. Yes. I see men fold like clockwork, man. Just they can't handle it. And it's like, bro, that's nothing. It's somebody hit your car. Damn, that's sad. But get the fuck up. You know, let's get back to it. We got to be strength. So thank you for wanting to come here and instill that in our viewers. You know,
exactly. That's the thing is, my like I said, my dad was also been, you know, like I said, the government. He worked, you know, even when he got out, he worked with the Veteran Administration. He was a mail carrier. You know, he distributed mail and stuff. He always worked, and he died at a young age of 58.
Rest in peace.
That's the thing is, my mom. Here's another thing. Not only here's the other phase. When my parents got married, you know, I came back, and the game plan was phase 2. My dad said, "Hey, this is going to happen. What you want to do, Mama?" She said, "I want to go to college." So guess what? My dad got orders to go to Thailand. He went to Vietnam for 4 years. My mom was in college for 4 years. I was staying with my grandparents in Louisiana, and my mom graduated from the same school I went to, Grambling State University.
Man, you graduated from Grambling, man?
Yes, I did.
Man, I only see that on the college movies for the drum lines and shit.
Right,
That's
right.
beautiful, brother.
Exactly. So my dad sent money to pay for my mom's school.
Wow.
And since my grandmother was so appreciative of my mom, so my mom's the oldest of all those children, and she helped raise them. And so she said, "Well, since you helped raise all, you know, these people for me,
Right.
I'm gonna take care of your children." So at the time, matter of fact, backtrack. How my sister got born was she was stationed. We were stationed in California.
Okay.
So she got born in California, in a small town, Atlanta, California, George Air Force Base.
Okay.
So then when the orders came, that was the game plan. So my dad was in Vietnam. My sister, all three of us, my sister, me, and my brother, all my grandparents. My mom was going to college. And then we all came back when my mom was finished, my dad was finished. You know, like I said, kids don't know.
What?
You know, my dad came back. Kids don't know what's. So we all convened at my grandmother's house. I was about a year, maybe I'm barely 2 years old when my dad left. So guess what? When I met my dad, he said, "This your daddy?" I'm like, "Okay." I didn't know the difference.
Next, right?
You know, that's what- he looks like me.
Right. What's up, Dad?
Yeah, let's go.
But
Hit the ground running.
it's amazing that, like, man, I'm just over here thinking, like, damn, that's strength in a family. You had to be strong, even though you didn't know different. You didn't know the difference at the time, right?
No.
But you appreciate it now as a grown man. Y'all, listen to what Andre said, right? His dad got the orders. He went to Thailand. 4 years. His mom went to college somewhere else for 4 years. And he stayed with his grandparents. And then when it was all done, they reconvened and continued life.
And we ended up out here.
Wow, bro. You come from a whole nother type of strength. Y'all got that thick leather that, ooh, yeah, that's amazing, brother. That tells a lot, you know. And for the people that are watching, if you know Andre, you already know what the deal is. It's one of those, if you know, you know. But if you don't know him, now you do know, right? And I just honestly, I wholeheartedly believe and feel that you are a person that anybody that's going into trying to become a motivational speaker or any form of entrepreneurship, they should talk to you, man. They should come sit down with you and make it a thing, bro.
Well, that's the game plan is, you know, after I got here and I started growing up. I came here in Vegas when I was 5 years old. So.
Oh, you from here now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like I said, my parents was like, we're not going back. They were going to go back. They were going to go back to Alexandria, which is the Air Force base there. But my parents liked it here because there's hardly any rain. In Louisiana, it rains like half the year. And, you know, the humidity and stuff. Of course, I love that. Every summer, I would go back.
Big ass mosquitoes, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. So every summer, though, I think a third of my life up till I'm turned 18 was going to Louisiana. You know, because my dad had time off in the Air Force. My mom taught school, so he had the summer off. So that was great. So here's the other aspect. You know, we traveled. You know, and so that's why I love the trip. Matter of fact, I had my first birthday in the car, coming back from Germany.
Traveling,
driving through from like Tennessee. I think my dad said it was in Tennessee.
Right.
You had your first food. There was no birthday party. I was like, so just like anything, your environment affects you. So I guess since I was so comfortable being in a car or on a plane or whatever, that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
You know, so
I can tell as much as you in Thailand. Okay, now clarify for me now that we on the show.
Okay.
Was that one trip?
that was one trip.
Okay, I was like, damn, he got a whole Instagram full of Thailand. I said, he must got a home out there or something, man. What's your favorite part about Thailand, man? Because I've never been, brother. I want to go check it out.
My favorite part was meeting those elephants.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Yeah.
I want to ride one.
Yeah.
I just want a picture, Instagram.
Yeah, life changing. You know, and I've actually seen all the other aspects. I went to see the Muay Thai kickboxing.
Hey.
You know, had the food. Not as much the food. I mean, it was crazy. My dad would always, you know, growing up here, we would go to California. We had friends there, and we always stop over somewhere and get some shrimp fried rice. And I was like, why are you always getting shrimp fried? And I put two and two together. Of course, my dad had some of that cuisine when he was in Thailand. So that was
So why
really
y'all was getting shrimp fried rice? God damn.
Yeah. So that's what happened. It inspired us. Like, well, let me go see what my dad experienced. And
Right.
That's the reason why I went out there.
Nice.
And so, like I said, we came back. We got to Vegas. Went to high school, and as you've seen prior to the show, you saw me play this trumpet, and that's my other example.
I know y'all heard that. If you didn't, you can stop right now, scroll that little thing back to the front, and then come back here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So actually, I ended up throughout school. I was about maybe 9 years old. You know, they had the busing situation, so I went to a school, and everything was fine. I think about the 4th grade. Then I'm going to another school, and my parents always try to get some kind of involvement.
Yeah.
With the, you know,
That's a
something
good parent for you.
structure.
Keep you busy.
Exactly. So my dad loved music. You know, he watched sports too, but he loved music. So I grew up, when we came here, I grew up listening to the Temptations, you name it, all that stuff. We had a reel-to-reel, and we would, and okay, I hope anybody.
Yeah, he said he had a reel-to-reel.
Yeah.
You got to be OG to know what that is.
Yeah, reel-to-reel, and it's actually a German stereo.
Yeah.
That I bought, and it's a big old stereo. It had the reel-to-reel.
The big one.
Yeah, big. It's like
Slide the table.
At a turntable, it had a shortwave radio. We used to catch radio stations California with it, and then the other side was a reel-to-reel. So turntable radio, and so there's a I don't know if it's still around. Well, KVOV.
Mm-hmm.
It's an AM station, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember it's KVOV. And there's a gentleman, they call him the Candy Rapper.
The Candy Rapper.
Candy Rapper.
Okay,
and
okay.
he would always do this, before it was Quiet Storm and
Right,
all that kind of
right.
stuff. This dude, he had his own. He started, basically, he's the originator of Quiet
Right,
Storm.
okay.
So he would play all this music, and my dad would. So at the time, I'm dating myself. All we had was AM. But
Damn.
all
So,
we had
I'm
was-
sorry.
Yeah, that's all we had was AM radio. So KVOV, which is black station here in Vegas, and then KCP came on the scene, and I think it was like 78. No, not 78. More like, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe a couple of years later.
Okay.
So it's KVOV, and then KCEP. So, but beforehand, my dad would just record everything, Marvin Gaye, whatever, and that was our way of, like, I guess maybe kind of like a live stream, create our own live stream.
Hell
whatever.
yeah, that was y'all live stream. What? Y'all had Apple Music, but y'all just had the whole Apple. You know, like.
Yeah, exactly. And so we would listen to that instead of listening to the radio. We just listened to that.
Yeah.
And then he had all his albums. I still have my dad's albums. So I grew up listening to B.B. King,
I know that's right.
Albert King, Bobby Blue. Man.
Yeah, my grandmother used to have me on all that.
Yeah.
All that, man. And I find myself like, I like hip hop. I do. It's nothing wrong with hip hop. I like grooving to it. You know what I mean? But even at only 40, brother, like, let that old school come on. I can listen to it all day.
Yeah.
Chilling. I can edit while I'm listening to it. Like,
Exactly.
set up podcasts, handle business. I really love it, brother. And I don't mean to interrupt you, man, but we kind of getting towards the end of this segment, brother. But I have to know, right? I feel like you really take care of yourself. You look good. Came here extra fly. I said, now I got to show this to my mama so she keep buying me some new suits. She be showing me love, man. But she knows what that old school gentleman look, that look looks like, and I'm very attracted to it. I'm inspired, brother. I'm inspired. But I gotta know, man. We all about self-love over here, man. Correct. So what is some practices that you do to make sure that Dre is good, that Andre is good?
Okay. Well, as far as connecting the dots, as far as going into music, I started playing my trumpet when I was 10 years old. So while I was doing that through high school and everything, and when I went to Grambling, I was also it's just an honor to be part of the Grambling State Tiger Marching Band, world fame.
Yeah,
Tiger
that's
Marching Band.
wild.
And so I was in the first trumpet. Matter of fact, when I was in high school, I was the lead trumpet player in my high school.
You got a picture?
I think I got a couple of.
You gonna have to send me one.
Yeah, I got to send you one.
We gotta add that to this.
Yeah, and so like I said, case in point, when you want to achieve things,
Yeah.
you got to do it when you not feel like doing it. When you want to get better at something, just like anything, if you put in 10,000 hours, which I guarantee you I've hardly done on my trumpet, 10,000 hours easily in my lifetime, you're going to achieve things, but you cannot negotiate the process or the price.
Trust the
So
process.
a lot of people want to negotiate the price. So don't negotiate the price. Do it when you feel it. So being in the band and then other influences, yeah, I used to drink a little bit, part a little bit. And then when I turned 27, I stopped drinking because I've done it all. I've been in the band, marching band, they party on. Like I said, I was in the military. Also,
They party for sure.
also, and I was in various groups. I was in a modeling group.
Oh, so you done lived.
And then on top of that, I'm also a member. I've been invited and indoctrinated and been honored to be part of.
In the what? You got all these damn accomplishments, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man.
I also am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Hey.
I pledged at Grambling State University.
Hey.
And And so you're looking at somebody that by the time I was 22, 20, 24 years old, you've seen all phases. Military, music band, fraternity, and, you know, and also, you know, just being social, how can I say, being.
He just named the black man's dream.
Yes.
Pay attention now.
And what it is that's how I take care of myself. I work out. Of course, being in the Army, you know, I just continue my workout. So I lift weights. I don't drink. I eat right. I eat clean. And then what happened is I became. If you don't, okay, I got promoted again. I am a realtor also.
Yeah, let's not forget that.
Yes.
Because if you need a house, because I'm gonna need one, I'm calling them. You call them too.
Yeah. So, like I said, all that stuff is on there on Andre360.com. And so I'm gonna wind it down. So, like I said, you know what? I feel like coming back doing another one of these things.
We can whenever you want to.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't even. We'll just make it happen.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. There's just so much stuff I like to drop on people. Well, this is what I want to do.
Dre, listen. Don't forget I'm having that festival.
Okay.
May 10th. So we can do a recap interview later, right? And then we can have you at the festival.
Okay.
You got a table? You got a table set up for like a booth?
Oh, okay.
You can, you know, yeah, we'll work it out. If you got some stuff to put on it or whatever, yeah, you can bring all your stuff. We'll just make it happen. We'll put you right by the stage, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you team JusB now, man. You we like VIP around here, man. I'm with that as long as you with it.
Yep. Well, you know, like I said, I'm a man, but the main thing is I actually was inspired not only just to become an entrepreneur. My mission is I've been given this title, a business relationship specialist. And my title, business relationship specialist, but basically is I connect individuals with the best products, the best services and resources to achieve even more success in life and business. And I've been put on I've been actually dubbed with the mission to inspire people to become economically empowered. And all I'll say is, job is cool. That's just one form of income. Right. But it's nothing wrong. And see, a lot of people, here goes again, what people think about me or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, and you know and I know, job is only going to handle so much. You got to diversify yourself.
Got to.
And so here's the other thing I want to let people know. When you have your own business, and I have a good tax person, if you make any kind of money from that business, you can use all the other write-offs. Mm-hmm. And so it's an advantage of having a business on the side. And matter of fact, I knew somebody like that. His father taught school in New Orleans, and my understanding, they had a family business where they sold appliances.
Listen, I write everything off.
Yeah. So when you have a business, you know, don't close your mind to thinking about having a business. And matter of fact, if you're open to any idea, you know, go to Andre360.com, click on the contact, and send me a text.
And get this book while you're there.
Yeah. Make
sure that you get this book. Now, I feel like the last book that I actually truly sat down and read was The Art of War, right? I'm really big on that. You know, I like the arts of everything. I'm trying to read them all. Mm-hmm. But it has been a minute since I sat down and read a book. I'm definitely going to sit down and read your book. That's why we definitely have to have a recap. I'm going to read the book. And then I'm going to call you.
For sure.
Yep.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, Andre, man, I got some questions.
And then the main thing is this. This is what the book here, that's the other part. You got to have the determination, desire, and the discipline. Discipline. And the main thing you can develop discipline is reading books. Most people stop reading books after they get out of high school or college. I discovered it, you know, as at God, I mean, I'm saying God is just good. He just say, hey, Andre, he'll wake you up. He say, hey, Andre, what's going on? So I would woke up to the fact that, you know, when you want to achieve things, you got to get the knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'm still reading. The book I'm reading now is called 48 Laws of Power. I believe you heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm reading that. And so, like I said, you never stop reading. Never stop reading. Never be afraid to invest in yourself. That's what it is. And the key thing is, and I'll leave you with this, courage Courage is acting in the face of fear. Don't believe that you have to know everything. Don't believe you have to conquer all your fears to start out, because success, when you want to achieve things, it's not a straight line. It's always like this. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good. You good.
It's always about this. It's you get a setback, and then you learn from that, and you continue going. And the thing is, like I said, read books, and maybe find some mentors. You know, I've been mentored along the way, and the thing is, I know probably running out of time, but I have to give ups and props to one of my biggest mentors. His name is Coach Eddie Robinson.
Check him out, y'all.
Yes, Grambling State University.
See, he keeps saying Grambling State. I'm going to have to make a trip out there, man. Brother, I want to say thank you again for coming and speaking with me. I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to start reading this tonight, man. It's thick, too. But I'm inspired. It has good energy connected to it, right? And that I'm real big on energy. I actually want to end with reading your about, if that's okay with you. It says, what makes me an authority is that I have learned that my success is achieved by creating strong relationships and not striving to create an abundance of wealth. As I apply this principle to build and strengthen my relationships with my clients, I continue to study my craft and invest in improving myself. That's what I've learned with podcasting. It opens up so many doors to build so many different depths of relationships, right? Y'all know I like to get deep. And everything he said back here is true. But in order to continue to build those relationships, you have to continue to build you. You have to continue to improve on self to even have the capacity for the relationships that you're going to start having, right? Because the more and more people you talk to, I feel like the higher tier of person you get to be around.
And when you have those relationships, the wealth comes automatically.
Yeah.
And I leave you with this also, 3 things. You have to be willing to invest time. You're going to have to be willing to learn. And you're going to have to be willing to invest in yourself. And there's no free lunches. Be able to invest money in your business.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. If you're thinking some people got rich because they got it for free or they just pop out of the sky, no. You got to be able to. You check out thousands of stories how people dump millions of. One is Amazon. This guy he put millions in before he saw a profit.
Yeah.
And so, please don't call me and say, I want to start a business, and I say, well, it's going to cost this. I don't have the money. So you're telling me you want the fire, but you don't want to bring the wood?
Right. All right, we gonna recap and get back in it. He was about to start dropping y'all some gems. If you didn't pay attention all this time, it's okay. Go back to the beginning and you can watch it again. That's the point of YouTube. Hello. Let's make it happen. Hey, but y'all already know my pieces of advice. I need you to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate. Inspire one to then go inspire all. And last but not least, I want you to just be the best version of your goddamn self. That part saved my life. And then all the things he said, but I had to start loving me first. Make sure you do that as well. I love y'all, and we out of here.